All right, we will continue our driver availability. We now welcome Matt Kenseth, driver of the number $20 General Toyota. 2 wins here at Michigan, Matt. Obviously, the chase looms as we inch closer to Richmond. Talk a little bit about your thoughts being here at this weekend.
Yeah, just getting ready to get started. I think, obviously we've talked about a lot, but the track's changed a lot since they paved it, and it seems to be changing a little bit more, as we keep coming back. So, looking forward to getting out there today, try to get a decent balance, hopefully get a good qualifying spot this afternoon, and, just start working on the race tomorrow.
Okay, we'll open up for questions. We'll start over here with Tyler. Get a mic to you. Hang on one second, then we'll go to Bob.
Hey, Matt, Tyler Burnett, MRN. Let's talk about Bristol next week. Going to Bristol, how excited are you to get back there? And do you think the racing is better at Bristol with the repay of a couple of years ago?
I haven't put a lot of thought into Bristol yet, just pretty much trying to concentrate on this weekend and, doing the best we can here. But I always look forward to going to Bristol. It's hard to compare the two configurations, really, because it's been a long time. The cars have changed, pretty drastically. It's definitely a lot different. But I think the racing's been pretty good there. It's certainly been, difficult, and changes a lot, as that top rubber's up and all that. So I look forward to going there. Our last 3 races there, we ran really, really good. I've been wrecked out of 2 of them, unfortunately, and was fortunate enough to win another one. But I look forward to going there. It seems like our cars seem to run good there generally. And it's been a good track for us, but things do happen fast, and it's easy to get caught up in trouble at the same time.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Bob. Go ahead.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. Obviously, with the rule announced today, drivers staying in their cars or close to their cars after an accident, things like you having a helmet thrown at you won't happen. Is that something that you feel the sport will lose anything from, and do you believe it takes away at all from kind of the boys have at it type philosophy?
No, I don't think there was ever an intention for boys to have at it out of the car while there's still cars on the racetrack. I don't think that's ever been any intention. So I think that it's probably good to spell it out. It's kind of something that we probably always know and that type of thing. But after you get wrecked, and you can't continue, I think unfortunately I've been in a few wrecks this year and couldn't continue. So you always get out of the car right away and you go look at the car and see what it looks like or whatever, even if you're not mad about anything or whatever. And honestly, just we haven't thought about it for a long time. You just don't even really think about it. Those other cars are going by, and the slowest they're going by at a place like Pocono is 70. So anybody that's ever changed their tire alongside the interstate know that's still pretty fast and things can happen. So I think it's good to spell it out, and most of the time we're impatient to get out. For a variety of reasons. Like I said, even if you're not mad or whatever, you're impatient to get out and see what kind of damage you have. And, usually after the safety crew to try to hurry up and get it hooked up and get it back and try to get back in a race, that type of thing. So I think it's, good to spell it out and leave us as close as we can to our cars for sure.
Okay, we'll take our next question up front. Go ahead.
Matt, Jeff Papworth from the Daily Telegram. I was looking from 2011 to 2013. You tied for the most wins among Sprint Cup drivers. But why has there been an absence of wins from you this year? Just the luck of getting from the top 3, turning that into a victory, or what? Why has there been an absence?
We just basically haven't had quite enough speed. Last year I feel like we put ourselves in position to win a few times this year, and just didn't have enough speed and strength to be able to get the win and be able to either hold them off or pass those last couple cars or whatever the case may be. So I feel like we've been solid this year. I feel like on average our performance is getting better. We've had some troubles and dropped out of races and things like that, but the races we have finished and we've been running, we've usually been close to the top 5. We just need to get running just a little bit faster to break through and hopefully get some wins.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a question in the back, right in the middle. Someone get a mic to you real quick.
Chase Wilhelm, Performance Racing Network. Matt, following along with Bob's question he asked a little earlier, do you think that we'll see more tempers kind of spill over into the garage area like after the race, since drivers won't be able to really release that frustration right after they get out of the car?
No, I don't think that'll change.
Final questions for Matt. Nate Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, USA Today Sports. Matt, usually this is around the time frame of the season where teams are kind of rolling out their chase stuff, and Indy, Pocono, Michigan. I know JGR, you guys were 2-3-4 at Indy. Did you feel like Pocono was another step, and you think Sunday will be a good benchmark for if you guys are making progress catching Penske and Hendrick?
Yeah, I mean, I think you try to average it out. Pocono's kind of unique. I mean, there's certain tracks you go to you feel like are good tracks for you, bad tracks for you, whatever. Maybe even last year and I had a great year. For instance, Pocono wasn't a good track for us. So yeah, I mean, I think you try to take a kind of an average of it, a snapshot of it. And, Indy was pretty good. Kentucky was pretty good. New Hampshire was good. So, hopefully our cars will run good here. Certainly I think this is, similar to Kansas. Probably is the only track left that it's kind of similar to, but certainly it gives you an idea, how you're stacking up at the bigger tracks. No, I mean, we're always trying to get our stuff better. We're looking at, trying to get the stuff better. They're improving the motors a little bit and the cars a little bit. I mean, there's not like an all new design. This is your chase stuff you're going to run here necessarily, but I think everything's been getting improved slowly but surely.
Final question, Bob.
Bob Hawker, Sporting News. I don't know if you watch a lot of news, but obviously Tony's throwing of the helmet at you has been run over and over as far as all the coverage of the tragedy on Saturday. Does that, do you get any kind of feeling in your gut about, kind of disappointment that that's being used as kind of part of a defining moment of Tony's?
I haven't watched or read hardly anything, to be totally honest with you, so I don't really know what's being said. I'm sure everybody's weighing in on everything. I know very little about it. Just obviously it's tragedy and feel bad for everybody involved, but other than that, I really haven't watched anything.